so for the last steps I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you steps 5, 6, and 7 in the direction sheet that I gave you in class. Alright, so for step 5, I've already pinned my tubes, I guess you could say, where the tie or elastic are going to go on both sides. Now what you're going to do is rethread your needle with a knot at one end. Alright, and you're actually going to be sewing very close to the edge on this side and on this side, and you want to make your stitches small, neat, close together, and even. So I'm actually going to start up here, and you're going to go through all the layers of the fabric, so down and back up. Ooh, and actually a good tip if you want to hide your knot is to start from the inside part here, so your knot's hidden on the inside. There we go. And then I can continue with my stitches. So here we go. I'm just going to go down this whole outer edge. You can take the pins out as needed as you go so that they aren't in the way. Stitch, come back up. Stitch, come back up. Okay. Oops, get a little tangled. There we go. And just keep going down this whole line. If you want your stitches to be extra secure, you could also go back up and do stitches again, basically on the even or odd sides, I guess you could say. So actually I'm going to do this. You know what, let's do this. Okay. So basically I'm making stitches where I haven't already. Down, back up. Down, back up. Ow. Be careful. Oops, got a little bit of a knot there. Try to pull that out. There we go. Down, back up. So I'm going to do all the way down to the end. Alright, remember to do a knot. You're going to stitch in the same spot twice. So I'm going to do a stitch here, and then a stitch again. Actually, I'm going to do it one more time, and then I'm going to go through this loop before I pull it closed, just like that, and then I would cut off the end of the thread, and then I'll do the other side. Alright, let's see if I can do it a little bit better this time. Okay, so I'm going to start on the inside here so my knot doesn't show. Tuck that in. Alright, so I'm going to go down, back up, pull it through. Okay, down, back up. Down, back up. Okay, I'm just going to keep going across the edge and the top there. And then I'm going to go back again the other way when I get to here. All right, so I've got both sides sewn, and now we're going to put the ties or the elastic in. So these should have been given to you by your home and career skills teacher. I'm going to cut it in half. Okay, and then I'm going to take a safety pin and put it on one side. And I'm going to basically push the safety pin through this opening here and through this casing for the ties. So I'm just going to keep pushing and pulling the tie through like this. Okay, and it should come out the other side like that. Okay, and then you will have to sew that back together. So I'm going to get my sewing needle out, rethread it. Okay. All right, so to put the ties back together, I'm going to put my thread through this side. Yeah. And then I'm going to overlap this right here so the knot is hidden. Okay. All right. And I'm just going to do a couple stitches around it. So I'm going to go back down, back up. If that makes any sense. So yeah. Woo. Making sure it goes through okay. Go back down and back up. So, you know, whatever works for you as far as how to secure these. I'm going to try a couple different ways here. There. You can see it all right. Okay, so I'm going to keep working on that and then do the other side. All right, to sew the two ties together, I'm going to take my needle. I'm going to go into one of the sides over here and then bring them together. Okay. And then I'll go back down and I'll just basically keep going back through each of these ties. Back and forward, making a stitch from the back and the front, over and over again. Okay, and then I would make a knot. So if you don't want the tie to show, you can kind of finagle it, and draw it through the casing so that the part you just sewed is on the inside and you won't see it. Okay? All right, everyone, here is the finished product. Feels pretty good, and this was the children's size that I made. So when you're done with your mask, make sure you bring it in class so I can grade it and we can fill out the rubric together. Hope you enjoyed making these masks.